What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Don Lemon versus Terry Crews. Man, I'm doing a lot of verses lately. Look, Terry Crews, y'all know how I feel about him. He came out, what was it, year and a half ago, talking about his whole Me Too nonsense, how he got fondled or whatever and he didn't do anything about it. Look, regardless of how I feel about that, what he's been saying lately, I'm going to give him credit for. All right? And I don't understand, again, I don't understand this cancel culture and the backlash for speaking facts. Terry Crews posted, he was basically talking about Black Lives Matter. Don't let it turn into Black Lives Better. Are all white people bad? No. Are all black people good? No. Essentially, what he's trying to tell you is, listen, you got to come to equal footing. There's a boundary you can't cross. And this is why I harp to a lot of you niggas out here. Go read Thomas Sowell. He has a quote that goes something like, when you're so used to special treatment, which is what a lot of you motherfuckers are getting now with all these white guilt dudes going around kissing your feet and bending over backwards and doing all that bullshit. When you're used to special treatment, equal treatment is going to seem like discrimination. That's why I love Thomas Sowell. He speaks facts. No emotion, no nothing. This is what it is. Unadulterated, straight facts. If you're mad about it, don't get mad at me. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You understand? So shout out to the OG Thomas Sowell. And I'm going to give Terry Crews credit because he's essentially saying that. And a lot of you motherfuckers are mad at that. Equal footing ain't good enough for you anymore. That's what he's saying. He's not saying, hey, look, go out here, get beat up. He's not saying any of that, okay? So with this controversy, Don Lemon's ass, y'all know how I feel about him, got Terry Crews to come on here and sort of clarify his position and whatnot. And Terry Crews was essentially saying, look, man, this is my position. We have to be accountable for us. Essentially, don't go out here, don't cross this line. We just had a little girl that was shot at the where Rayshard Brooks was killed. Dude, we got to start checking ourselves before we move forward. And you know, Don Lemon cannot have self-accountability. That's like kryptonite to a lot of Negroes. So he went on here, tried to berate him, and he's like, listen, bro, like, it is what it is. It just, you have to. And he started talking about Black Lives Matter. And I want you to hear something that is very telling. Like, I've been going against the group Black Lives Matter for not since their inception, maybe since 2016, I believe. But Don Lemon said something that is so fucking telling, that is hilarious. He said, because Terry Crews was like, well, Black Lives Matter, you know, we got to be accountable for our own too, if that's the case. This dude sits around and says, well, Black Lives Matter doesn't mean all Black Lives Matter. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, how do you... My next question would have been like, well, what do you mean? What lives do matter? And we all know this dude would have been clamming up on TV, on live TV. Had Terry Crews asked him that question, well, what Black Lives matter to you? Which ones? Because we all know, anyone with a rational mind sees that this organization only values a black life, particularly a black man's life. When he's shot dead, you have to die behind the bullet of a white dude or a police officer or someone perceived as white. That's just what it is. I've been saying this for the longest time. And hold on, before any of you niggas get all fucking frustrated, Listen, I say this in every video that I talk about Black Lives Matter. I believe in Black Lives Matter, the ideology, yes, or I should say the original ideology, what they were putting out there, because anyone of sound mind is going to agree with that. You don't want someone to abuse their power or to wrongfully take a life behind that shit. You understand? Or any form of police brutality. Anybody would agree with that. Let's just get that out of the way. But what this group is doing is on some other shit. They're on some Marxist, where the democratic enforcement hand. It's like, listen, these guys are a rolling hodgepodge, a potpourri of just this Marxist nonsense, and people are starting to wake up to it because, again, Terry Crews, they were talking about police brutality. He goes, well, they don't just talk about they don't talk about that, and Don Lemon cut him off. As I started talking about try to cut him off because he didn't want to hear it. You could go right on the Black Lives Matter website and you see exactly what they're about. They're about Black LGBTQ. They're about dismantling the patriarchy, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, it's just, all the buzzwords. You see it there. Black men, if you're watching this, there's no place for you. There's no place for you. Why? Because you are only worth something when you're kaput. That's it. That's it. It's meant for black feminism. It's meant for this and that. That's why I don't support the group. I don't. I support the ideology, the original ideology. I'm against all of that. I'm against dudes rolling up to someone and indiscriminately shooting them. Yes. I'm against unjustified shootings. I'm against excessive force. I'm against all of that. Police brutality, all of that shit. I mean, that makes sense. You understand? But this nonsense that they're on, yeah, we're Marxists. They're openly telling you now. I mean, so look. Quick video. Don Lemon basically told you what Black Lives Matter is about without saying it. I just wanted you to know that. That dude's the biggest fucking, the worst, one of the worst TV news correspondents. I cannot stand him. CNN in general, I hate it with a passion. They pander way too much. And that's it. Just quick video on that. I just wanted to throw it out there. Shout out to Terry Crews. Again, what he said, nothing wrong, nothing inflammatory. He's just telling y'all, listen, know your boundaries. Don't get to the point where you're becoming what you're fighting against, essentially. Ain't nothing wrong with saying that. But again, a lot of y'all emotional. I know how y'all gonna react. So in advance, fuck you. All right? Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Follow me on BitChute and Brighteon under The Misanthropic One. Parler, search Misanthropic Hungers or Misanthropic One. All right? I'm kind of new to it, so I don't remember it offhand, but you'll find me on Parler. All right? And that's it. Peace, bitches.